Is Jack Sock actually good at pickleball? Well, spoiler alert, yes he is. And today we are going to dive into the match where I play him in the semifinals of singles. And we're gonna break down this match and we're gonna analyze it and we're going to figure out what I could have done better to come out on top. I was almost going to skip the first game because I lose it quite badly. And I was like, there's not really much to learn from this. It probably lasted 5 minutes. But for the sake of the title and this video, we will watch the first game and you guys can see that he is good. And I'd also like to point out that I knew he was good before this tournament. You guys knew he was good before you clicked on this video. We're not fooling anyone. We're just here to have fun, to watch pickleball, and to maybe learn a thing or two on the way. So let's dive in. All right, I had a strategy going into this singles match. Let's see if it pays off. And that's a pretty solid passing shot. Not much you can say about that. Too good. I'm gonna get PTSD watching this first game. Light court. I must have missed that by an inch. So that's one missed return, one crazy good passing shot so far. Out. Man, I hit that return like an inch within the line, and he had a pretty solid third shot. Roll slash drive. It's good serve, really good return. Yeah, too good. That's a crazy point. Let's watch it again. All right, look at that return. Right here, I thought I was in a very good position. The margins on these shots are so small. Like that passing shot down the line, it's like an inch. My backhand drop over the net, like an inch. Margins are so small. That serve, that return, I guess. Well, the difference is his serve was a couple inches in. My return was a couple inches out. There's now 2 missed returns. But who's counting? And now we got a let cord. I remember this shot. So this is the first time I've ever played Jack Sock. I hit that return and I'm moving in and I'm like, oh, I've got time to get in, because usually I do. And he hits that forehand drive like a centimeter over the net and it just dips. I was like maybe a step or two away from the kitchen line and I was hitting that like at my toes. I couldn't even believe it. So right now we've got 2 really good shots from him, 2 missed returns from myself, and a net cord. And that's all it takes to go up 5-0. These are all points on his serve. That might not be true. So there's some compounding going on right now. That is now, I lost track. 3 missed returns. 3 missed returns. I mean, good point. But 7-0, and I've missed 3 returns. Even if I hit bad returns, I'm likely to win one of those points. In this moment, I was like, 1 point. That's all I'm saying in my mind. I'm like, 1 point. Doesn't need to be 2 or 3. We'll start with 1. Now I have a missed serve. If you could see, it would be 3 missed returns, 1 missed serve, 2 forced errors from him or by him, and a net cord. You know, a recurring theme with what I just tallied out is, you know, the first game nerves. Like, never played this guy. You know, I really want to win. He really wants to win. I think I just came out a little tight, and I was not ready for this game. I mean, look at that. I hit a really good shot down the line. He hits a great return. To be honest, like, I felt like he was doing a lot in this first game as it was going on. But it's a mix of him doing a lot and then me just having unforced errors. If you can go up on me 7-0 in pickleball, you're pretty good. So it's a good serve. There we go, baby. I think I missed the serve. And it wasn't even close. Like, because I just got a free point, free quote unquote, by hitting a big serve. Two missed serves. Oh. You know, him starting off with a crazy good winner. I hit a good return, and him starting off with a crazy good forehand. That was huge for him from a mental aspect of it, because now I'm scared, like, not scared, but I'm like, dang, you got to watch out for that. And it wasn't just like, oh, I hit a bad return and he hits a clean winner, or yeah, too good. It's like starting strong is so important in pickleball, and first time playing, not really sure what to expect, and then he comes out with a shot that's kind of a statement. Pickleball is short, pickleball is quick, all right? It goes by quick. So you don't have a lot of time to make something happen, okay? So you got to start off strong, and if you don't, you can't worry, because since it's so short, the comebacks are that much more plausible, right? Coming back in pickleball is so much more likely, or I would say easier, for lack of a better word, than most other sports or games. I mean, it's not like a time game where, you know, there's 60 seconds on the clock or 5 minutes on the clock and you're down by 50 points. It's not over till it's over. And pickleball matches can be a total of 15 minutes. So you can come back from being down a game in 10-0 in 15 minutes. That's crazy. You can come back from that and win in 15 minutes. Like, that's crazy. Let's keep going. That's an interesting serve. He slaps that. It's effective when I'm on the ad side because I want to hit a forehand, and that slice pulls to my backhand. Don't tell anyone I said that, please. Thank you. Yeah. There I hit a bad return, and he hit a good forehand. So in my mind, in that first game, he just hit like crazy shots that I wasn't really able to do much with. And now rewatching that, I mean, he hit 2 crazy good forehands in the first 5 points, and I just let that really affect me. He continued to play well and hit good shots, but it was really just a couple in the beginning that set the tone for the match. Win-loss percentage, 67%, 17-8. That's pretty good. There we go. That's the Christian we know. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. I remember what's going on in my mind. It's like, let's go. We're not losing. Like, this is where the match starts. I was like, you just lost. Net cord, all good. I was like, you just lost 11-1. You're better than that. Let's go. Let's get things going. Like, a lot of, like, I could have been down 11-1 and just gotten really negative and mental and just said, like, stuff that I could be doing and have done in the past. but I really just tried to like fire myself up and actually use the loss of 11-1 to fire me up. Because if I would have lost that 11-7, 11-8, you know, I could have maybe gone into the second like, like I was there, or like 11-9, I was like, like what happened? But losing 11-1, I had something to prove. I had something to prove going into the second game. While we're in these early points, you know, it's funny. Jack actually mentioned in the interview that, you know, he had something to prove as well, because I had a Instagram post a few weeks ago where I was responding to people's comments, and one of the comments was about tennis pros taking over pickleball, and I think I brought up Jack since he's a tennis pro coming into pickleball, and about like how good he could be and how bad does he want it in order to be that good. And I mean, it was a valid statement, another net cord winner, but these points are kind of whatever. It was a valid statement because there's a lot, like, in order to be the best in pickleball, you're gonna have to train. Nobody's gonna be the best just off sheer athleticism. I promise you that. I promise you that. Like, Jack Sock is one of the best singles pickleball players in the world. Singles. My first ever pickleball tournament, pro tournament, I came 4th. That was a few months after I started playing. Singles, anybody can come into the sport that is very athletic and do very well. Jack is just doing that a lot better than others that have done it, including myself. I think he made it to the finals, I don't know, a few months before I made it to my first finals. I've never won a tournament in singles. But the thing is, doubles is what is pickleball. Pickleball is doubles. Singles is very, very entertaining, and it's a part of pickleball. But at its core, you know, doubles to pickleball is what singles is to tennis. You know, it's the main event. There's still doubles in tennis, but singles is the main event. In pickleball, there's still singles, but doubles is the main event. That's not the case for everyone, because people who don't know pickleball watch singles and there's more action. You know, you get more of a dopamine rush watching it rather than doubles. Doubles is more nuanced. It's more, don't hate me for comparing it to golf, but it's more like golf, where if you play pickleball and you will appreciate the shots. You will appreciate a simple dink, just like you will appreciate like a simple 5-iron or drive. Like, I clicked pause to go over my thoughts because I listen to you guys in the comments. I really do appreciate that. This is a good time. Really do appreciate you guys when you comment. I read them and I like to learn from them and make my YouTube videos better, make these analyses, I think that's right, better. So thank you so much. This is a great time to mention too, if you're still watching this, I mean, you at least are a little bit entertained, just a little bit. And if that's the case, you should subscribe. It costs nothing to subscribe. It helps me out. I appreciate it. It's why I make these videos. It's to help pickleball. It's to grow my channel. It's to grow my channel and to ultimately just grow pickleball. That is my goal with these videos. So let's keep going. What a serve. That was out. And it's funny, he's hitting so many net cords because his margins are so small and he's just going like, which makes sense. I mean, nice get by him. That's just a point that you hate to lose. What a get. I should have gone to his backhand. Good point, good point. I'll comment on this too. I mean, Jack, coming from singles, he was a doubles specialist, as you could say. And if you probably don't know this, I was always a little better at doubles myself. I know we're having a really good point and I won it, but I was always a little bit better at doubles myself. And that game, the game from the doubles game in tennis transfers over to pickleball way better than the singles game in tennis, because pickleball has all that feel from tennis. It's players who have been better at doubles in tennis, I believe, are better at pickleball in general. The volleys that you have from tennis are very, like, they transfer very well to pickleball. So that's why doubles players transfer to pickleball very well. That's why Jack can be so much better than other pro tennis players in pickleball. That's kind of proving my point right there, was the backhand volley. I mean, it's different, but it's the same. That's a return right there. That's what we needed to do. And then I missed that. I challenged this. I mean, it's funny, I actually asked the crowd, which I had heard people were doing, was asking the crowd in Utah, like, whether balls were in or out. Most of the crowd, more than half of them, said it was in. So I challenged. I don't know if I wasted a challenge so early. That's the risk when you challenge to get into the technicals. 3-2, 3-3, like, this is important, but you don't want to use a timeout this early unless you're down 3 or 4-0. You want to use your timeouts like 10-8. That's the time. If I would have, I don't want to spoil what happens, so I won't comment on it, but let's keep going. I would keep pausing every time I had a thought to share, but we got to get through this video, so I don't have the luxury of doing that. Good shot by Jack. I mean, his forehand's money, honestly. Like, the placement there wasn't too hard. I think he can go for it and hit crazy forehands if he needs to, but you know, he's good at just knowing he doesn't need to do too much on that forehand. And for him, too much is a lot. The commentator curse, as Dave Fleming and other commentators would say, right there, he tried to baby that forehand instead of going for it a little bit. Yeah, there it is. And that is the same thing that I do on the ad side, is I try and hit a forehand over there. So when you try and hit a forehand on the ad side on the return, your opponent can go behind you or they can go down the line, which means you don't have a lot of time to get to the net, which puts us at a disadvantage. As you can tell, this second game is very different from the first game. I'm not missing serves. I'm not missing returns. I'm making him play. And I missed that. Right there, just to talk more about technical, I hit that first backhand drive and I go to drop the fifth, drive the third, drop the fifth. Great idea in pickleball. I just needed to keep my left hand on there and use two hands. I don't know what happened, but it just edited out a point, I think. Because I lost a point, won a point, and got a point. Oh, man, the pace on that. The crazy thing is, I missed that by an inch or two, maybe two. If I would have hit it 2 inches closer to the line, he would have been there. Like, yeah. I mean, things are looking good right now. Oh, no, there was just a problem with the score. I don't know. A missed return, 7-5. Now look at this. The tables are reversed, you know, or turned. He's missing returns. Ooh. And I get a net court. Same exact thing in the first, and that's, you know, I'm a true believer. I know I made a comment about his margins, but I also have small margins. I'm a true believer that, you know, everything balances out. Like, luck in sports, like, another missed return, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm going to click pause. I'm a true believer that everything balances out in pickleball. And, you know, for the most part, that is true. If you're playing somebody and they're getting lucky, they're hitting lines, they're hitting net cords, you know, they're just, everything's going in their favor, it balances out. Don't get mad, just know that it's going to balance out, and in return, you're going to get lucky. You're going to get net cords. You're going to get lines. That happens. Like that's just the way it is. You know, like there's luck. Sometimes it's on your side. Sometimes it's not. You got to go with the flow. That being said, some players play with more margin, meaning not going for like the tighter shots and the tighter winners. So it might happen more to people who go for riskier shots. Let's continue. 6-9. I've been working on my two-hander a lot lately. It's not perfect. So right there, like it hits my backhand in a tight moment, and I choose to slice it. I haven't sliced once this match, and that's 2 points. And then the same thing there. I mean, he's human. Like their nerves, you can see the nerves the closer it is, and like a simple shot, just missing it, not going for too much. It's just nerves. Nice drop, another nice drop. That was just too good. I remember coming in and just seeing it go by me. It was like, what the heck? Because like you're running into the net to close and you just see a ball coming right by you and there's nothing you can do. Money. That's why we work on the two-handed backhand. That is why. Doing that with one hand is so hard. My forehand was going in. That's money. That shot feels so good to hit. And with one hand, you can't. It's hard to hit it in front of you because you need your left hand to get around it. Tweener king, and I missed. That was the moment. Oh man, that was the moment. 9-7. I hit a tweener. I get a free error probably because I hit the tweener here. Oh man, I hit the top of the tape. This is when it gets tough for me to rewatch this. Look at this. No. That inside out forehand, I think I was just going for a little too much. Just make him play. Make him play at this point. There. I mean, Jack might have played that shot, to be honest, but I don't know. Right here. Boom. You know, that's one of those few shots in a match when you play somebody like that. We are just like, okay. Look at that. On the run. That was a really hard shot, and he did make it look easy. Kudos. In case you haven't read the title yet, that shot should answer your question. Or should answer the question. 10-8. All right, let's go. Come on. Let's make something happen. I'm there. That's a good shot. I mean, I was applying pressure with that backhand. If I would have got it a little bit lower, made it a little bit harder, but he just a fun point. Those are fun points. I got that really low. This is the one I regret. This shot needs to go inside out, and I hit it inside in. I played that point perfectly. I got one, and it was just in that moment where I was like, what do I do? Like a lot of the times, you know, instinct kicks in, but I had hit like 3 or 4 solid drives, and they hadn't worked, and I kind of changed my mind, and I hit an inside in drive that was just a bunny shot, just a floater. Inside out, different story. Right there, misses a serve. First serve miss of the match, maybe? Am I forgetting one? Maybe I'm forgetting one. Short serve by me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm about to cry. I rewatched this earlier today. I'm about to cry from that miss. 10-10. That's to put me up 11-10. That's to give me game point with the momentum of a running to the net forehand. And I do that. And I remember in the moment, because you can't get mad, I remember like, who cares? Like the second I missed that, it's who cares? It's like, you can't do anything about that. It's done. Move on. And then he gives me a freebie as well. And in my mind, I'm like, we're even. But I would rather not be even. I would rather be up. And whoever's up in those freebie points, especially when it gets tight, is going to win. I hate to say it, but I folded. I folded it like a tortilla. I don't know if tortillas fold. Missed by him. You can see the tenseness. You can feel it. The points, like, they're just a lot of free points right now. And then a missed serve. Because my previous serve was too short, so I'm like, Christian, you gotta hit through it a little bit more. No, this is no time to be tight. And as you say that, you're tight. That's a great return. Another rip forehand cross. He's there with a solid shot. That's a good point. It's funny, this match, we both, I stayed back more than probably any other match I play. I mean, very few people will I stay back with. It's usually the better players. And the reason for that tactic at high-level singles is you don't want to give your opponent a target. You don't want to give them a target to pass you. If I come to the net, it's very clear in their mind what they need to do to win that point. I'm going to talk over that. It's very clear what you need to do to pass someone. Like, it's like you see in your mind, like, all right, this shot or this shot. Whereas when you stay back, you have so many more options that you've got to now create something. The person, when you're hitting back and you have a shot, you got to create something. I don't know if I completed that thought, but whew. That was a tight one. It's a good leave. Big point, man. I mean, 10-10. We've been at 10-10 for a minute. There it is. That was it. That serve was a mix of my previous two serves, one which was too short and one which was too long. That was perfect. The ideal serve is obviously on the line, but that's not likely. Yeah, this is tough. That's another game point where it's just nerves. I'm going to go back. You see this shot right there? That's what I want. This is what I want. I had a great serve. He shanks it, and I have a floater. And I think I made a good decision by not trying to rip it from there because he's probably covering the line. A rip inside out would have been better. But the drop inside out, perfect shot. I just missed the drop. I just hit it too high. I hit that in the kitchen. I win the game. Who knows what happens in the third? That's not the way sports work. So we can't, that's just not the way it works, unfortunately. Man, I want this match back. Right there, unforced error. I didn't realize this the first time I watched this match. He slices this shot. That was the first time that he sliced this whole match, from what I believe. And honestly, I must have just not really realized. When people slice, you can really come under the ball and get a lot of spin, which was perfect for me in that situation. I just folded it like a tortilla. It's a solid serve. Boom. That's just so far out. I missed that. I must have hit the sign at the back. well, at the expense of my mood, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed watching it. I actually really like, or I do really like rewatching these matches and talking about it, and kind of, you know, it's a little bit like therapy. I gotta like talk through what happened, and obviously I gotta keep some thoughts to myself, but for the most part, like, I can be very open with how the match went and just be honest. Like, I know you guys appreciate the honesty. Why wouldn't I be honest? So everything I said, I mean, I try and keep it real. And yeah, I mean, Jack Sock is good at pickleball. No, he's not as good as me. You can put that on a t-shirt or in writing, but he got that one. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that doesn't happen again. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and peace out.